Hi, this is Susan. Thanks for joining me today. Someone requested that I do a tutorial on doing tassels, and I had a couple of other pages planned to do, but I enjoyed the research that I did on the Jewish tallit, or the prayer shawl, and the tassel, which is spelled T-Z-I-T-Z-I-T. It's pronounced zit, and I enjoyed reading about it so much that I decided to go ahead and do this page today. I've drawn a corner of the prayer shawl and the short tassels or short fringe, and then I did the long fringe. There's a lot of symbolism involved with this. There are 7 wraps first, then 8, then 11, and then 13. And I drew that many, but you don't have to be that specific. But I was just enjoying reading about it so much that I went ahead and do it like it said. This is based on the scripture from Numbers 15:37 through 39, and it tells the people to wear tassels on the 4 corners of their garment and to remember all of his commandments. So that's why I wrote to remember my commandments. I used 5 things today. I used the mechanical pen to do my drawing. I used the Micron Pigma pen 01. I used the Fude, Tombow Fude to do my lettering, and then 2 Prisma pencils, ultramarine blue and warm gray to do the coloring on it. And I'm just going to do this on a separate piece of paper, and then you can put it together however you'd like. I am filming outside. I live in the North Carolina mountains, and it's very unusual for us to have warm weather in March, so I'm taking advantage of this and sitting outside today. So I hope the sounds and the wind, and I tried to tie my wind chime up so it wouldn't be dinging the whole time I'm drawing. Okay, in the corner, I'm going to do just the edge of the prayer shawl, come down, go over, and then I'm going to make a little curve going back that way, and then a little curve coming back the other way, and go across. So this is going to be a fold, and this is going to be a fold. Now, when you draw your stripes on your prayer shawl, you don't want them to go straight across, because when fabric is folded, it's not going to be like that. So I'm going to do a wide stripe first, and then I'm going to go up a little bit and do the same wide stripe, and then over here I'm going to come back down and do the stripe, and then I'm going to do a narrow one, go up a little and do a narrow one here, and back down and do a narrow one here. Okay, and then I'm going to use the blue Prisma pencil to color this in, and I'm going to just do this real quickly, so y'all don't need to sit here and watch me color. I wanted to give you the general idea of how I did this fabric. I think I put 4 stripes on mine in my Bible, but I'm just doing a couple here to give you the idea. Now, where the fabric is folded, I'm going to do some shading. So I'm going to do dark first, and then gradually come over lighter, just using the same pencil but letting off on the pressure. I'll shade it underneath that where it's turned under. And then I'm going to put a little shading up here to look like that side is turned down some. Same thing over here, dark first, and then gradually lighten up and come over. Now, when I did my tassels, the tassel goes in the corner. I'm just doing one because I'm only showing one corner of the garment. Then I'm going to come, well, I'll do one here. I'm just coming over like a kind of a diamond, making a circle for the knot, and then just coming down with the short fringe. And I'll do lines like this. Okay, and same here. It's a little bit awkward drawing it here, but And I would come on across doing those fringes like that. And when I did mine in my Bible, I did use the micron pen, and I drew over those. When I drew the underneath the knot, I actually came off and did something kind of like that instead of just drawing lines, but I don't really think it matters. You can do it either way. Okay, so that was the short fringe. And to do the long fringe, I came down a couple of inches, and I'm going to do this bigger over here so you can see. Make sure I'm in the camera. Come down with your fringe, and then I'm going to do a knot. I'm doing this bigger than I actually did in my Bible. And then I kind of divided that circle into 3 sections. I did a section going down this way, one going up that way, and then in the middle. So I'm going to actually draw like cords that are tied. And when you come around the edge, make it, instead of a straight line over here, make it rounded like that. Same on the other side. And then some going this way. Okay, then the first section of wraps was 7. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I rounded the ends of those too. So it didn't just look flat on the side. It looked like the cord was actually there. Then I did another circle and divided it into sections. And I did the cords here. It doesn't have to be this number that I'm drawing. This, whatever works out for you is fine. Same on this side. And after I drew this, I did go over it with the micron pen to make it black. Okay, now the first section had 7 wraps, the next one had 8, the next one had 11, and the next one had 13. So I'm going to pretend like this is the end one, and I'm getting ready to draw the long pieces coming down. So I just drew them, several just coming down different ways. You want some to overlap, so you might go under one and maybe over the next one. So where you go over, you want to erase those lines. And you might do the same thing coming back this way. Of course, go slower than what I'm going, and so you can be more careful. So just have some coming down straight and some going, curving around and going under. Okay, and then one of the threads is blue and the rest of them are white. Because in that scripture it said, that's what it said specifically, make 1 cord of blue. So I would do that and then leave the rest of them white. All of these wraps are blue. So you want to make 1 cord up here blue, and then randomly in the knots, pick out one place and do it. It doesn't have to be the same on every one. It would be better for it to be different. And then just color one blue. Then you want to go back with the shading, and I'm going to shade underneath here and all the way across and on this one. And you could shade above your knots and even, you could come down some a little bit and do a couple like that. And I would do the same thing here. I would shade over this knot and under the knot like that. And you could even darken the edge like this and lighten the middle a little bit so it looks more rounded. I didn't do that on my Bible page, but I think that makes it look good. And when you've gone over it with the pen, then you still see those lines going across like that. Show you a closer up of that part. And here's the finished page in the Bible. I will post it on my Instagram page, and I'll include the link on down in the comments. So, Cherie, I hope that's what you were looking for, and I hope everybody enjoys trying this page out.